Have you noticed that suddenly everything is high protein? Protein bars, protein cereal, protein coffee. At this point, I'm half expecting protein lip gloss. But here's the real question. Are we so focused on protein that we're forgetting what our body actually needs? Stay tuned because today we're talking about protein, fiber, and how to tell the difference between real nourishment and smart marketing. Welcome to the Sparkling Life Coach podcast. Hey, Sparkling One, thanks for joining me today. I'm Dee Diaz, an integrative nutrition health coach and host of the Sparkling Life Coach podcast, where we explore holistic health, nutrition, essential oils, and natural ways to help you feel better and increase the sparkle in your life. So, if you're ready to support your health in a simple, more natural way, let's get into today's episode. Protein is everywhere right now. Everywhere you look, food packages seem to be shouting the same message. More protein, more protein, more protein. And listen, protein does matter. This is not one of those episodes where I'm going to pretend protein is not important. It is. Protein helps support muscle, strength, fullness, and overall nourishment. It absolutely has a place in a healthy routine. But I think there's a bigger question we need to ask. Are we so focused on protein that we're forgetting about fiber? Because for a lot of people, the real issue may not be getting more protein. It may be getting more balanced. And that's what I want to talk about today. Not protein versus fiber, like they're in some kind of food competition, but protein and fiber and why your body often needs both. Now, one reason this topic matters is that marketing is very good at grabbing our attention. If something says high protein on the front of the package, it can instantly sound like the healthier choice. And sometimes it is, but not always. Just because a product is high in protein doesn't automatically mean it's balanced, nourishing, or the best option for your body. That's where I think a lot of people get tripped up. Because when one nutrient becomes trendy, it's easy to start treating it like the answer to everything. And right now, protein is definitely having its moment in the spotlight. Meanwhile, fiber's over here doing important work without nearly as much attention. And honestly, fiber deserves a lot more credit than it gets. Fiber helps support digestion. It helps support fullness. It can help support steadier energy and more balanced blood sugar. And for many people, fiber-rich foods can make a real difference in how they feel day to day. The problem is fiber usually doesn't get marketed in the same flashy way. Nobody is making oats sound glamorous. Nobody is out here giving lentils a full public relations campaign. And beans, they're not exactly getting celebrity treatment. But that doesn't make them any less valuable. In fact, for a lot of people, foods like beans, berries, oats, chia seeds, vegetables, and lentils may be bringing more real support to the table than some of the trendy packaged foods getting all the attention. And that's the key word here, support. Because your body doesn't need food hype. It needs support. It needs nourishment. It needs meals and snacks that actually help you feel good, not just foods with impressive labels. So let's get practical because most of us don't have time to stand in the grocery aisle turning every package into a full research project. So here's a few simple questions you can ask instead of just looking for the words high protein. Does this food have protein? Does it have fiber? And will it actually help me feel good? That's a much better filter because there's a big difference between a food that supports your body and a food that simply sounds healthy. For example, let's say you grab a protein bar. Could it be helpful sometimes? Sure, I'm not here to shame convenience. Sometimes convenience is what gets us through the day, right? But if that bar is low in fiber, highly processed, and leaves you hungry again an hour later, then it may not be doing as much for you as the packaging suggests. Now, compare that with something like yogurt with chia seeds and berries, or oatmeal with nuts and flax, or lentils with roasted vegetables, or apple slices with nut butter and a sprinkle of chia. Those foods are not just giving you one nutrient to brag about. They're giving you more balance. They're giving you more substance. They're giving your body more of what it actually needs. And I think that's what a lot of people are really looking for. Not just more protein, they want better energy, better digestion, fewer cravings, meals that feel satisfying, food that helps them feel steadier and more supported. And usually that doesn't come from obsessing over one single nutrient. It comes from looking at the bigger picture. Now, I also want to say this. This is not about perfection. You don't need to throw out every convenience food in your house. You don't need to panic if you like protein shakes or protein bars. That's not the point. The point is not to let food trends do all your thinking for you. The point is to pause and ask, what does my body actually need here? Because sometimes the answer is protein. Sometimes the answer is fiber. And a lot of the time, the answer is both. Now, of course, whole foods are always a great place to start. But let's be real, there are also days when convenience matters. And on those days, one fiber supplement I personally like to keep on hand is doTERRA's fiber. It's an easy way to add fiber when life is busy. And I like that it gives you 6 grams of fiber per serving and includes a prebiotic blend too. You just mix 1 scoop with 10 ounces of water and drink it right away. So it's simple when you need a no-fuss option. No, it's not a replacement for real food, but it can be a helpful backup when you need convenience. So it's not really protein or fiber. It's, are we building meals with balance or are we getting distracted by marketing? That's the real issue. And once you start looking at your food that way, it becomes easier to make choices that actually support your health. So, before you buy the next trendy snack with 25 grams of protein splashed across the front, pause for a second and ask yourself, where's the fiber? Where's the nourishment? And will this actually help me feel good? That question alone can save you a lot of confusion and probably a few disappointing snacks too. So, if you've been caught up in the protein craze a little bit, no worries, you're definitely not alone. Protein does matter, but fiber matters too. And for a lot of people, the smartest move is not choosing one over the other. It's building meals and snacks that include both, along with real whole food support whenever possible. So, if you want a simple place to start, think about adding more fiber-rich foods like beans, berries, oats, chia seeds, vegetables, and lentils. Simple foods, steady foods, supportive foods. Not flashy, not extreme, just nourishing. And sometimes that's exactly what your body has been asking for all along. If this episode was helpful, share it with a friend who's been trying to sort through all the nutrition noise online. If you want more simple, practical support for your wellness journey, come join us inside the Sparkling Life Holistic Health Hub. And if you're curious about the fiber supplement I mentioned and want an easy option for those extra busy days, I'll leave my affiliate link in the show notes. Healthy doesn't have to be confusing. Until next time, take care of yourself, stay grounded, and keep choosing what truly nourishes you. Sparkle on, and don't forget to sprinkle a little sparkle everywhere you go. Ciao.
Hey Sparkle Squad, are you loving the Sparkling Life Coach podcast? Has the podcast ever inspired you, made you smile, or brought a little sparkle to your day? If so, we'd love your support to keep this passion project shining. You can help by subscribing, sharing with a friend, or, if you're able, clicking the link in the show notes to become a patron. Every little bit helps us spread positivity, holistic wellness, and vitality far and wide. By supporting the podcast, you're not just fueling our efforts, you're joining our mission to uplift, empower, and inspire others to live their best lives. Your generosity creates a ripple effect, helping us sprinkle a little sparkle on everyone who listens. Thank you for being an essential part of this vibrant community.